Hey world, this is Stephen Love. I just wanted to come to you all real quick. We talked about a message today in church. We was basically going over my pastor, Apostle Darian House. He was going over about what do you call God? Who is God to you? Who is Jesus to you? Um, you know, he's been described with such words such as, like it said in the word today, as wonderful, as counselor, as everlasting Father, things of that nature. And I want you all to ask yourselves, who do you call God? What has God done for you to deserve what title you decide to give him? Who I decide to call God is the person who is my EMT, my paramedic, because at times where I tried to kill myself, he brought me back to life and gave me a second chance at it. For me, God is my strength, because at times where I felt weak, God, was being my personal trainer, and he pumped me up and motivated me to want to live again and, and get stronger than I ever was before. For me, who I call God not just my counselor, but my marriage counselor, because God gave me the tools to save my marriage. So I just wanted to come on real quick. I didn't want to stay on too long. I just wanted to come on and just challenge you all, anyone who watching, maybe watching, whoever it is out there, is just to find out who God is to you. Who do you call God? Be transparent. It's time to stop, playing. It's time to stop, hiding and being secretive about what it is God brought us from, because your secret could save somebody. And all it takes is for you to save one person, and that one person could save millions. But those millions might never get saved if you've never opened your mouth and revealed to people in the world what God brought you from and who you call God. For me, God is so many things in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. Granted, I'm still walking this path. I'm trying to stay in a narrow path and the things like that. And I stray off course sometimes. We're human. We all make mistakes. But I want to encourage you all and ask you all and share this video or whatever if you all want to. I'm not going to be on very much longer. But just find out, who is God to you. Like I said, God is my personal trainer. He made me stronger. God is my marriage counselor. He saved my marriage. He saved my mind. God is my paramedic. When I wanted to kill myself, and I tried several times to do so, God bandaged me up, patched me up, took care of me, got me where I needed to be, and saved my life. God is my accountant, because when my money looking strange, God found out the best way to stretch my money for me in order for me to be able to provide for my family. Hey, Apostle, I had to get on here and talk a little bit about your message today, because it really blessed me. It really did. And, I just want... See, there he go with the mess. I ain't finna be on here long anyway, but I just wanted to get on here and encourage you all, like, just to tell the world, shout it from the rooftops if you have to. I mean, so many people are quick to tell Facebook who they is, but y'all won't tell the world who God is to you. That strikes me as odd. But, I figured, I just come on and share that with you all real quick. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to tell people who God is to you. Who do you call him? If that's daddy, call him daddy. Don't just call daddy when you need something. Call daddy because you just love him and you just got to hear daddy's voice today. Start on just my daughter, for example. I love my daughter to death. When she want a bottle or she want juice, start coming to me because she just like being in my face. Every day I come home from work, the first thing start do is run and jump and grab my legs and daddy, 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 and she want me to pick her up. And it's never because she just wants something. It's just because she just loves me. And if you love your daddy, you love your God, and that's who he is to you. I want you to love on him. And God can be a providing God. If God is your provider, call him provider, but don't let that be the only thing you call God. God can be, as my apostle always says, your mind regulator. He can be that condom you didn't wear that protected you from AIDS that night. He can be He can be that sick feeling in your stomach you got when you was about to call and go cheat on your wife or your husband, but you got sick and threw up right before it happened. He can be that. You never know. And God probably just saved you from something. I saw that on the movie War Room last night, where the guy was going to cheat on his wife, but he got sick and threw up, which prevented him from going through with it. God did that. That wasn't just his stomach. That was his wife praying that whatever my husband is about to do, don't let him do it. And God said, okay, I got you covered. You prayed, you talked to me, you seeked me, you needed me for something other than just financial gain, and I got you. So, in a sense, she can call God, hell, her cock blocker. And I hate to go it that way, but that's what God did. God stopped him from trying to use his smaller head, and he eventually started using the head on his shoulders. And, he eventually became a prayer warrior as well. So God is so many things for me, other than just being my personal trainer, my marriage counselor, my paramedic. God has been my friend, because when I've been deep, dark, and down in there when no one else knew what I was going through, as my apostle say, in my little room, in my prayer closet, on my floor, down on my knees, crying in my car, crying at my job. No one, when I was at West Florida in the mental hospital, no one knew what I was going through, dang near butt naked in that room with nothing but a cloth apron on. But God knew. He was there. He wasn't just there because he needed me, or, because I felt like he had something I want. No, God was just there because he just knew I needed him. And I just did that. And just, God can be so many things. But if you don't even want to acknowledge what he is to you, then how can you expect him to be what he is to you? And above all things, God is a gentleman. God, there you go. When you can't think of what God is is everything. Like the word said, like what God said to, I believe it was Abraham, when he was telling Abraham to go, speak to the people. But Abraham was like, okay, well, who do I tell them sent me? What do I call you? God told him, I am that I am. I'm everything. There's nothing I'm not. I'm whatever you want me to be. I'm whatever I want to be. I'm just everything. If you need me to be something, I'm that. So he can be your comforter. He can be that, as they say in the story Pinocchio, he that Jiminy Cricket. He's that conscience in your ear saying, don't do it. Don't pick up the phone and call that girl and hang out with her. She trying to have sex with you. Don't pick up that phone and call that man. He don't want nothing but your body. Don't let that man come preach in your church. He trying to steal your sheep. Don't let that woman come. She trying to slick her way up and replace your wife with herself. That God is that voice in your ear telling you to not do something stupid. And even if you go do it, God gonna be like, okay, you did it. You fail. Get up, go back and do it the right way this time. God is that too. God is that tough love. He's that tender, caring love. God is sometimes even that homeless person on the corner that's just begging for $1. The person might not even want the $1. I've even seen a time where I gave a homeless person $1 and he gave it to another person. And that's a blessing right there, because although he's at the bottom of the bottom and he needed it, that other person must have not been getting as much money as him, so he blessed someone else. And that's what it is with a blessing. Pass it on. And so if nothing else, God is your all, God is your blessing. And if God have given me nothing else, God gave me like grace and mercy for real, y'all. Y'all just don't know. God gave me a second chance at life, at my marriage. God gave me a second chance at him. I spit on my first chance at it because I was just trying to pimp God. I was trying to, take whatever I could from God, because I'm like, okay, God, you're this God of blessings, and you give so much stuff like the people talk about, so what you gonna give me? I want some of this stuff you keep giving to other people. But that's not the way we need to approach God. Now, when you have, when you have that grace and that mercy and that favor from God, yes, God will bless you with a lot of things. But just like God will bless you, He will take it away from you. So God is that. God can be that hardcore mother that that wants to shield and protect His children. But at the end of the day, when you stupid, God gonna thump you upside your head and say, "Okay, did you learn from that?" I'm not fooling with Apostle, y'all. Y'all look over him. He going through something right now. God dealing with him. But but yeah. So I appreciate you guys just taking a little time out to listen to me run my mouth. I just want you all to, anyone who's watching, I dare you. What's the word? I challenge you. Yes, you are, but you my apostle, and I have to love you and your pettiness. Yeah, you all like Cherie, but if you just tuning in, Cherie, well, all I'm talking about is that we talked about in church today about who is God to you? Who do you call God? What is He to you? If God is no, you okay? If God is your savior, your strength, call Him that. If God is your boo, if He always there for you when you need Him, if God is always that ear you can vent into and that shoulder you can cry on, if God is your man, call Him your man. If that's who He is to you, because we just it's important that you know who God is to you. It's like trying to date someone and y'all just talking on the phone forever. Y'all don't know who y'all are to each other. Yes, God can be your father. God can be your kids, which may be the most important blessing in your life. He can be that to you. It wasn't so much that Negro that you may have, laid down with to get the kids. God is the blessing, not that Negro. He want the blessing to give you the kids. God gave you him to get your kids. So even in that, even in that, there's the blessing. So I challenge you all, go on Facebook. I'm gonna put this video on Facebook as well. So Apostle, if you're still watching, Cherie, if you're watching, I'm going to tag this video on Facebook, and I want you all to tag your friends, challenge your friends, tell them I said it, tell them Minister in Training Stephen Love said that he challenges you all to tell people who God is to you. Who do you call God? Who is He in your life? And you all be blessed. You all have a great day. I do attend church at Alabaster Box Christian Ministries at 1072 Sawyer Street, spelled just like lawyer with an S. For those of you who are wondering how it's spelled, in Pensacola, Florida. Feel free to join us for service. We are not the traditional church. We like to have fun. We goof around, but at the end of the day, we get that word. Not just the word, but the real word, not the prosperity word or anything else. Just come on and get you some word, get you some fellowship. And it really, and it even still, it don't matter where you attend church. Just make sure you're getting fed there. Don't attend church because the congregation's big. Don't attend church because the pastor got a nice car. Don't attend church because your friend and bae go there. Go wherever it is you're being fed. So I'll just say that. Other than that, you all have a great day. God bless you. And we will see if you all live up to the challenge I'm putting out. Bye now.